All right, the recording has started. If you're joining us, please join the Google Classroom. That way you can get Eduphoria credit for attending this session. And also you can participate in the quiz and kind of interact with this, see what the Automastery looks like from the student point of view. So we are going to cover an add-on to Google Forms called Automastery. So with this session, hopefully everybody has experience with Google Forms and creating a Google Forms quiz. If you don't, there's a classroom code on the screen right now that if you're starting from scratch and don't know anything about Google Forms, that classroom is a good place to start. You can get the live stream recording on how to build a Google Forms quiz. As far as this session goes, we are going to explore the add-on to Google Forms called Automastery. And we're actually I'm going to put an Automastery in a Google Forms quiz that I've already made. And then you're going to take that quiz, and when you're done with that quiz, you will receive an email to your follow-up assignment based on your score. So for this session, hopefully you have clicked on the Eduphoria link and registered for this course. If not, you can do that at the end. The second link here is for the actual live stream, which you're probably watching right now. And then we will use the classroom stream, the comments for any questions you might have. And I want to give thanks to Thomas Nichols for managing our comments and our questions for us during this session. So I'm going to go into a Google Forms quiz that I've already made. And it may look familiar if you joined me last week about sections. This is the same quiz, and now I'm just going to apply the Automastery to it. And the way to find this Automastery add-on is on the puzzle piece. And let me zoom in some right here. So we have our icons up here at the top bar, and there's a puzzle piece that's titled add-ons. And you probably have two add-ons that have been loaded without you even knowing it. Automastery and Choice Eliminator. So we're going to do Automastery. If for some reason your Automastery is not working or doesn't look like mine, then please submit a help desk ticket and we can get that looked at and get that taken care of. But when you click on the puzzle piece and then Automastery, you should have three choices. Configure is the one where you set it up at. And then about is some information. Oh my goodness. Oh, I do have the mic turned on. Hold on, I'm getting an alert that I hope you can hear me. I'm the mic. Let me ask again. Hopefully my mic shows that I'm on, so hopefully that I'm on. Trying to get confirmation here that I'm live. Let me check the comments here. Nope, nothing there. Sorry about this. I just want to make sure. I got a text that said it can't hear me. And so I just want to make sure. Sorry about this. I just want to make sure I got. All right, I think we're all right. I heard it. All right, so anyway, we click on the puzzle piece and it brings up, and we choose Automastery, and that brings up three choices. We're going to first start where the About button is. And this is just a little background on what Automastery is. It was created by an outside person. But the important part is right here is this add-on allows you to set mastery level score and a beginner level score. And you'll do that based on your own quiz. Then your quiz takers will fall into actually three different categories. You see master, progressing, and beginner. And you determine these scores. Now here's the most important part. It says it's your responsibility to assess how many points and set the mastery level. And then you copy and paste links of assignments for these students to take. These aren't pre-made for you. This is something you have to make. So that's just what I want to get across to you. And so a good way to approach this is create a playlist. And so just create one playlist of what your middle of the road kids will work on. And so here's an example. So I just have my playlist, and I didn't put any links in here, but I'd put links and I'd put assignments, what I want these students to do that were middle of the road, that scored below mastery, but they were above beginner level. So they're that middle of the road. So once I have this one made, then I'm just going to make 2 more copies. I'm going to make a copy for the advanced kids or the master kids, and then I'm going to create a copy for the below kids. And once I have one playlist made, then it's easy to make a copy and then make the changes. So I'm going to go ahead and make a copy. And I'm going to put a B. So I know, so I'm going to have beginner, and I'm going to have middle. I guess the M should have been mastered, but I did M for middle. And then I'm going to do an H for high. So this one's going to be my beginner playlist. I'm going to go back to my original playlist and make another copy. And then I'm going to do a high. So this is going to be for my kids that scored above the master score. Now, if I was doing this for real, I would go in here and I would alter some of these assignments. Like my high kids, they would have more extension activities. They would do more creation type activities. They wouldn't do the brain pop video. Maybe they would just meet with me as a teacher probably 1 day a week. They wouldn't do any of these think up pages or any workbook pages or anything like that. They would be doing some creating. They'd make a video for me, or possibly a slideshow, or do something in Flipgrid. They would just do some other activities to extend their learning. My below kids, I might have them meet with me 3 days a week. Maybe something other than the Think It Up, maybe something out of STEM scopes if I was doing science, or something a little bit more lower level to help them with that background knowledge. So the important thing is you got to have 3 different playlists or 3 different activities for the students to do. All right, back to my Google form. So I got my quiz made, and I have to make sure I go to the settings, and I have to make sure it's collecting the email addresses, and I have to make sure it's a quiz. And make sure you have your correct answers and your point values for each question. All right, now I'm going to add my Automastery. I'm going to create my Automastery. And from here, I'm going to do configure. And see how much bigger I can get this. Okay, so under the configuration, here we put in a mastery score and a beginning score. So my mastery score, my quiz is out of 100 points. And I'm going to minimize this real quick, and I can see my total points right here. And typically, you know, what are we working with? 85 for mastery score. So anybody that scores above an 85 is going to get the playlist that has the H on it for me, or my high playlist. My beginner score probably needs to be a failing grade. And you can determine this as the teacher. Your quiz may not have 100 points. You'll just base these numbers on how many total points are in your quiz. So any student that scores above an 85 will get the high playlist. Anybody that scores in between these 2 numbers will get the M playlist for me. And then anybody below the 60 will get the B, the beginner or below playlist. And so the way this works is once they submit the form, they get an email, and the email will have the link to the playlist in it. So then I can title this for them. Your next assignment is something like click on the link below. And then here's where I put my 3 playlists. So extension is the high, the above the or higher than mastery. Progressing is anybody in the middle, and beginner is below. Now you have to make sure that the students have access to these documents. It's not going to automatically give them access. So I'm going to start with my high playlist. So I'm going to go to my H, and I'm going to click on the share button. And then I'm going to click on this get shareable link button. And it's going to make it view only for all the students. I'm going to copy this link. And I know you may be thinking right now, well, how are they going to edit this? Well, we're going to do a trick, and we're going to create a force copy link. So first I have to put my link in. I'm going to paste it right here. And I want to focus on this area right here after the slash. So I have all these characters here, and then I have a slash and then the word edit. Well, I want to take all this out past the slash. So the word sharing, the equals, the USP, the question mark, and then the word edit. And I'm going to stop when I get to the slash. I'm going to put in the word copy, and this is going to create what's called a force copy link. And so as soon as the students click on that link, a screen will pop up which will force them to make a copy. And I'm going to do this so then I don't have to worry about them going to file, make a copy, and doing everything on their own. So that's my extension. Now our progressing is my M playlist. And so again, I'm going to go to the share button, click on get shareable link, and then copy this link. Go back to my Google form, and we're going to paste it right here under progressing. And now I want it to be a forced copy, so I'm going to do all the backspace keys all the way to the word edit, and then I'm typing in the word copy. One more link to go. And I'm going to click on share, get shareable link, and then copy that link. And then we're going to go back to my form, paste, backspace all of that text to the right of the slash, and then choose copy. All right, so we have our 3 links. The next section is we want the students to get an email or we want whoever submits the quiz to get a response, an email response. And the default is just quiz follow up. I probably would want it to be the same title as my quiz. And I may even want to put like next or something so they know this is what to do next. I mean, you can customize that subject line if you want. Your email body, you may also want to put the assignment that it went with and say, here's what to do next. Okay, so we got our 3 links to our 3 playlists. They're forced copy. We've emailed our quiz respondents. We've gave the template for our email. Okay, good. We're good. Y'all can hear me. Now the last part here has been giving me problems all day, and it took me about 9 tries to figure it out. But this part right here, do not use. Do not put a check mark and email me results. It looks very tempting, like you're going to get some good information. But what it does is it messes up the whole process. So once after many, many tries, I finally got rid of this check mark right here, and it started working. Please do not put a check mark here. Please do not put a check mark under email me results. Okay, so once you have your scores, you have your 3 links, you have your email, what it's going to look like, then you're going to click Save. And then I can go ahead and just close this out or shrink it down. Now I'm going to put this in Classroom, and I want you to take the quiz and then see if that email comes in. And if that email comes to you, try your assignment and just make sure it's a forced copy link. And if it works, put it in the comments. Give me some feedback in the comments if it worked like I say it is. All right, it has been assigned. It is under assignments for this live stream. You see a link for the quiz. While you're kind of waiting for that to get assigned, I put some info about Automastery here. The first one is a reminder of not to use that email me results. And then the second link here is just some information that we went through at the beginning from the about part. And there's also a link to the more information about Automastery with more directions, exactly what I went through here. And it just gives you the person that created this add-on. All right, I'm going to switch over to my student view. And I'm going to go into the classwork, and here's my demo quiz. And you may not know the answers, you may know them, but actually just pick an answer and move on to the next question. Because really I want you to see the end result. I really don't know the answers either, so I'm just clicking something. We'll make it a race to see who can submit their quiz first. View my score. I made a 20. Whew, that wasn't good. That was some bad guessing. But anyway, now I'm going to open up and go to my email. And looky there, right here at the top, I have my Think It Up Science. Next, here's my score. And then here's the link to my playlist. It tells me my next assignment is this. Here's what to do next. Click here for your follow-up assignment. And remember, we made it a force copy link. So as soon as I click on this, it should prompt me to make a copy. Okay, that's looking good. So you'd have your students click this blue button. And there is their playlist. It is the B playlist. And I know that was for anybody that scored under 60. So now the student, this is their playlist. And actually when they finish, they could turn it back into Classroom if they want. All right, so let's see here. I'm gonna go back into my teacher view. Oh no, I'm sorry. I need to minimize this. Let's go back to my teacher view. 8 assigned, 8 turned in. I need to see the results. This was some hard quiz, wasn't it? So it looks like everybody's getting the beginner playlist. So everybody should have gotten this playlist right here where you meet with the teachers 3 days this week. So fingers crossed, hopefully that showed up in your email like it did for me. Let's go back to the stream. Oops, Leah, I need to open up the class. Okay, I'll do that. Either way, I'll register for you. So let's see who got the email. Remember, put me a comment down if you got that email. Hey, I got some comments. Here we go. All right, we got one that got the email. Hey, all right, it worked. Hopefully we're going to get some others. So it took me a lot of practicing this morning to finally figure out that bottom checkbox was messing up everything. Oh, I'm getting some more perhaps. I'm hearing it flicker. Oh, here's another one. Got it. Thank you, Miss Sutton. Hopefully it worked good. Remember, I want to know if you got the email. All right, Mike got the email. Perfect. Robin got the email. Oh, it's awesome. It's good. And so hopefully you had to make a copy of it. You had to click on that blue button. So I hope that worked out great. All right, I'm going to shrink this back up a little bit. So just kind of to walk through or review what we went through. Automastery was under the puzzle piece, and then we'll choose Automastery. Then we click on Configure. And from here, you have your mastery score and then your beginner score, but it actually puts the kids in 3 groups. So you have your above mastery, below beginner, and then everybody in between. You have your 3 links to their assignments. And we use the forced copy by putting the word copy at the end. We put a check mark to email quiz respondents. But remember, we did not use this one right here. And then we clicked save. And so that is all of Automastery. And just remember, it's up to you to create those 3 playlists or the 3 links of what the students will get in their email. Let's check and see if there's any questions. Oh, Taryn got it. All right, this is awesome. I guess Thomas saying he's got the email. Good. I'm not seeing any questions. If you want to experiment with this, you're more than welcome to send your form to me or any of the ITSs, and we can fill it out for you. And we're happy to forward the email that we get back. If you are going to try out this process, I recommend you filling out the form yourself and seeing what it will look like. That is going to wrap up our session for today over Automastery. A lot of possibilities, just not in the classroom. I think it could be used for PD, help to design different activities for PD to determine what people's interests are. And so just remember, it has to be a Google form. It has to be a quiz. You have to collect email addresses, and you have to make those 3 playlists. So I'm gonna end our session here and let y'all go play and experiment. So please email questions, help desk for any other questions. Let us know how we can help. We're here to help. Have a great afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your day.